Boris Johnson will make a televised address at 2000 Greenwich Mean Time as Number 10 says further steps must now be taken to address a surge in coronavirus cases. Any new measures would tackle the rise in cases, protect the NHS and save lives, Downing Street said. It comes as Scotland announced a legal requirement to stay at home from midnight, with schools to be closed. The House of Commons will also be recalled, allowing MPs to vote on any new measures on Wednesday. Mr. Johnson will set out plans for England as the UK's devolved nations have the power to set their own coronavirus regulations. Alongside Scotland, both Wales and Northern Ireland have also implemented national restrictions. The PM earlier said there was no question the government would announce stricter measures to prevent the spread of coronavirus. A Number 10 spokesman said, the Prime Minister is clear that further steps must now be taken to arrest this rise and to protect the NHS and save lives. He will set those out this evening. Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer, who called for a national lockdown in England within 24 hours on Sunday, said, I hope the Prime Minister has been listening to the clear calls for tough national restrictions. A new variant of coronavirus, first identified in Kent and since found across the UK and other parts of the world, has been found to spread much more easily than earlier variants. On Monday, the UK recorded more than 50,000 new confirmed COVID cases for the seventh day in a row. A further 58,784 cases and an additional 407 deaths within 28 days of a positive test result were reported, though deaths in Scotland were not recorded. Overwhelmed risk. Mr. Johnson's address comes as sources told the BBC the UK's Joint Biosecurity Centre increased the COVID threat level to 5, its highest level. Level 5 warns of a material risk of healthcare services being overwhelmed, according to the government's website. Previously, the government has described Level 5 as the moment lockdown begins amid strict social distancing measures. The number of COVID-19 patients in hospitals across the UK has risen sharply in recent weeks and is now above the level seen in spring 2020. There were 23,823 patients with COVID in UK hospitals on the 28th of December, latest data showed. Announcing tougher measures in Scotland, First Minister Nicola Sturgeon said, it is no exaggeration to say that I am more concerned about the situation we face now than I have been at any time since March last year. The new restrictions in Scotland mean it will be a legal requirement to stay at home except for certain essential purposes, similar to the first lockdown in March 2020. Schools will be closed to pupils until February. In Northern Ireland, the Stormont executive will meet later to discuss possible new measures in light of Mr. Johnson's televised address, which will air on BBC One and the BBC iPlayer from 19:35 Greenwich Mean Time. The Prime Minister will speak amid continued uncertainty over whether schools will remain open to all pupils in England and after several councils requested classrooms stay shut. Earlier on Monday, an 82-year-old retired maintenance manager became the first person in the UK to receive the Oxford AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine. Brian Pinker said he was really proud to receive a jab developed in the UK, which will form a large part of the country's mass vaccination plan. The nurses, doctors and staff today have all been brilliant and I can now really look forward to celebrating my 48th wedding anniversary with my wife Shirley later this year, Mr. Pinker said.